right. All right. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning on this? Oh my goodness. I don't know where you're watching this from, but today is a beautiful day here. I am actually gonna and I am going to it. That's why it's kind of casual Friday here. And yeah, this is my boys, TNT. Um, was it's Tyler and Trevor Niehaus. So yeah, TNT. But anyway, I'm gonna play a little hooky today, just because uh, it's so nice, and we don't get this a lot in December, and I can have a little fun today. If you notice, I've kind of changed the angle of the room a little bit because here and I love sitting here at my desk and looking outside. That's just what I love to do. But no matter where I'm at, if I go to the back side of the light is at the camera. If I go this way, I get like this luminous glare on my face, right? So just trying to get the best lighting I can for this. Okay. Changing things up a little bit to make it work. I'm a work in progress, guys. If you haven't figured out by now, I am a work in progress. Okay. So today, all right, first, you can win things. If this is the first time that you are watching my video, you can win things. Okay. All you have to do, you can win a free one-on-one with me. We can talk about buying whatever you want to talk about with real estate. If you have questions, and if it's about financing, I can answer a few questions. However, if it pass you on to a good friend of mine that can walk you through things, okay? But we can talk about real estate if you have any. So, how to enter? Go ahead and click like and then comment on the video that you're watching. That's all you have to do. It can be, hey, hi, how you doing? Hello, whatever you want to say. You can put on their nice day, whatever you want to say. That's all you have to do. Okay. So, all right. Just this week, I have had actually like a little theme. It's something that I'm trying to do always, so it doesn't seem like I'm bouncing around all the time. Okay. I think my theme has been in inspections. Okay. So I'm going to touch a little bit on the title for today is Should Investors Have Inspections Done? Okay. So I'm just going to say it. It's a huge elephant in the room. Yes, and maybe. And the reason I say yes and maybe is because the thing is it depends on your level of ability as an investor. Okay. I know that I would highly recommend it for any beginners. Okay. Because typically when you start the investment process, okay, typically if you're a brand new investor, you gravitate more towards lower risk properties. Okay. Lower risk properties. So meaning it's not a property that you would go in, buy super cheap, gut the whole thing, and then start, just redo the whole thing. Okay. So you're going to go into properties that you can probably buy less expensive because they need a bunch of updating or those kind of things just to get your feet wet. All right. Typically, that is how investors start. Not always, but typically. Okay. Typically, their profit margin is a little tighter because it's the first one that they have done. Okay. So if you're a beginner, like you're just in the beginning stages, even if maybe you have flipped just a few houses where you've gone in and you have, um, you know, updated a lot of things and you're getting a little better feel, I would personally recommend that you get inspections up until you're a good, confident investor and you know what you're looking for. Okay. So some of the investors that I work with are actually contractors. Okay. And they have done this for years. Okay. They have gone in and they've done construction for years. And now they are going into investments. Okay. Where they want to flip homes. Okay. So they're doing doing that, and they have seen it all. They've repaired a lot of it. They've seen it all. So they can go look at everything just as an inspector could, and then be like, okay, awesome. I'm just going to gut it. The structure's sound. They know what has radon in it, what doesn't, what has, or what, not radon, but radon, I meant asbestos. What has asbestos in it, what doesn't. They have already kind of dealt with a few of these things. And if those things are new, absolutely get in inspection. It is just $400 to $700 to protect your investment. Okay. If you pay that on the front end of your having the 10,000 oopsie daisy on the back end, okay, that you didn't plan for, and now this house, you're upside down in this house for 10 grand for what you have. Okay, so that's when getting cut, when things start being turned around. Now, some investors know how to work around that. They may rent it out for a while to get some of their investment back with that as well. Okay, but if you're new to the investment part, I would say, if you're brand new, I would say yes. Just so you know what all needs to be done. Okay, it'll give you a running checklist of everything that needs to be done. Okay, now if you gutted a house or two, and you really got a good feel for the inspections, or I'm sorry, for the structure of the house and how things and what things are costing and that kind of thing. Because this is what every seasoned investor has told me. Excuse me. Every seasoned investor has told me that the biggest mistake, and they did it too. That's why they know. Okay. The biggest mistake that a lot of beginning investors do is they underestimate what it's going to cost. He said it's one of two ways. Either you way overestimate or you way underestimate what it's going to cost to do it. So if you go into a house that maybe is like, it just needs some updating, okay? You don't know exactly what you're digging into when you start tearing stuff off, okay? When you start doing that kitchen remodel, you're going to run into right at first, okay? I know for a fact when we did our own kitchen, we didn't know what we would run into. There was mistakes made on our part that we had to figure out, right? So, if you're doing it to flip your money, you just want to make sure your money is well spent. Okay, that's just the way I look at it. If you're an investor that has maybe done, I think you can make the decision. Is it worth it to get the inspection done just so I know? Or is it, I believe I have enough profit margin on this that I can go in and do that and make some money on it? Because typically that's what you want to do, is you want to update it and make money. It's not something that you are sitting here going, oh, well, if I break even. No, you want to make money. You want to invest your money and make money, right? So that's why I say, if you're getting to that more of that experienced level, then then you can decide. Maybe the house just needs to be gutted, so you may not need it. You may decide you don't need it, okay? Or maybe something you decide to have somebody come in and do afterwards. That's completely up to you. But I think it should be done. You just need to kind of figure out what your level of security is on that, okay? Last thing is I would definitely look at your profit margin. Okay, so yes, that $400 to $700 you spend, but it may save you a $5,000 whoops-a-daisy. It may save you. The inspector may come in and be like, hey, this needs to be done. You totally didn't see it because the house was taken care of. I don't know. And they're like, hey, this needs to be done. Well, I got to add that to 5,000. So you'll just have to kind of look at, can I absorb that money? Do I have enough profit margin on that to do that? Just kind of look at it that way. All right. So, it's a question that I get asked a lot, okay, by people who are potentially looking at investing, people that are beginner investors are like, are inspections important? And I always say yes. You know, if you're beginning on this, I say yes, because when you're beginning on this, you need to make sure that your investment is protected. Okay. So that's why I say yes. All right. However, it depends on your level. You know, if you're a seasoned investor and you've done this hundreds of times and you have a good idea of what you're running into, no, you may not need it. It may be something that you're just, hey, I got this. I'm good. Okay. And then the next, you know, but if you're a beginner or an intermediate investor, then you may for sure want to have them. Like I said, it's $400 to $700. It could be more than that where you're at. You know, depending on where you're watching this video from, I found that it's somewhere in between that, depending on what you get done. And you may only need to have part of the inspection done. You know, maybe you just need a whole home inspection done, and you can pass on the radon and the pest, you know, or you just have the pest inspection done because you're uncertain and you don't need the rest of it. You know, it's just whatever you feel you need. Okay. So I'm sorry that's not a clean cut answer, but like I said, it's an answer that I get. It's a question. Okay. So anyway, I hope that answers kind of clarifies some things for you. And before I let you guys all go to enjoy your fabulous weekend, I want to remind you, if you're on YouTube and you are watching this video, go ahead and tap that subscribe button and hit that bell. Okay. Go ahead and do that. All right. And then you're going to get notified I'm breaking it down into series now. I'm trying to work on doing that, breaking it down into series. Okay. I do also, guys, here's the other thing. If you are looking at potentially buying or selling, I have free checklists up on my website. The link to that is in the description of this video. Pop over there, grab those free checklists. It'll make sure you kind of help you so you don't forget anything. If you're like me and you're a busy person, you got to check to do things off. You just have to. Otherwise, you're just like, I forgot something. And then it could be something serious at the end. Okay. So now there is one. I put up the one for the buyer yesterday or the day before, and buyer and the seller. Also, guys, if you're wanting to dig a little deeper into buying and to selling, okay, the buying course is almost done. And the selling course I'm working on, that should be up the first part of January, first to middle part of January. Okay. So keep those, but pop over and get your pre-sale. It's right on my website. You can go up to and pick which one you want. They're both over half price right now for pre-sale. So grab those and then you can start digging into, so you are set and ready to run when you're ready to purchase or when you're ready to sell. Okay. So pop over that. But you know, if you're on another platform watching this, pop over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Otherwise, you guys have an amazing day and being out to enjoy the weather. But I will see you guys all on Monday, 10 Central Time. Talk to you soon.